Today, we're going to watch the conclusion of my time in China. Why? Because it's the conclusion. All right, last week I posted a video about my time in China. If you haven't already watched that video, I'd highly recommend it. In fact, you have to watch the other one first. It's the rules. We're not going to waste any time. Let's just jump right in. All right, here we are at day number 2 in China. Not sure the reason, possibly jet lag, but I think I went to sleep at about 1:30 and got up at about 3:30. Haven't been able to get back to sleep ever since. So I guess we'll just go downstairs and have some breakfast. Speaking of breakfast, I had no idea what to expect regarding food in China. So to be safe, I brought along some of my own nutritious food. Just to be safe. Let's take a quick look at what I brought along in my nutritious and healthy feed bag. We've got bagels. We have peanut butter. We've also got some Pop-Tarts, a pack of Paydays, some beef jerky. I got some pepperoni rolls. Even got some pepperoni. What else we got? Got some 2 or 3 crackers here. I got one little bag of Snicker bars. Got another bag of little Snicker bars. Trail mix. Yeah, I don't eat trail mix much, but it was a good idea. After a quick shower, we headed to the lobby to meet our tour guide. The first place our guide took us was Lingying Temple. The temple was built in 326 AD, and it's one of the largest and wealthiest Buddhist temples in China. As a result of war, fires, and other incidents, it's actually been rebuilt about 16 times. According to local legend, Yuli, a Buddhist monk, was the founder of the temple. Apparently, he was touched by the spiritual nature of the scenery. To his mind, this had to be the dwelling of the immortals. The temple's name is commonly translated into English as Temple of the Soul's Retreat. There are 300 Buddhist rock carvings, some of which date back over 1,000 years. Then we hopped on a motorboat and was treated to a tour at West Lake. West Lake has been described as a paradise on water. From what we saw, I certainly wouldn't contest that. And finally, our guide took us to Heffing Street, which is mostly known for its shopping and dining. Believe it or not, we walked around to the opposite side of our hotel, and there's a McDonald's.
You better start frying them eggs a little bit better than what you're frying. I'm tired of eating sloppy, slimy eggs.
All right, we're back again. Day number 3 of our time in China. Today was actually a pretty fantastic day. We had a personal guided tour. Our guide picked us up, I think around noon, and didn't bring us back until almost 5:30. So that was literally 5.5 hours of touring. It is now about 11:30. We have about 15 minutes to go, and the driver's going to come pick us up for a 1 a.m. rehearsal. So that's, that's going to be something. All right, well, I'm afraid our 1 a.m. rehearsal slot turned into about 2:30, something like that. It's actually about 5:30 in the morning, and they just dropped us off at our hotel. So I'm pretty tired. However, things went really well. So the show tomorrow should be pretty good. Anyway, I am off to bed. And finally,
it was the day of the show. Up until this point, I hadn't played a show in 3 years. I mean, I play pretty much every day, but I don't do all that stuff when I'm alone. I knew I could do it because it's all pretty much muscle memory. I just didn't know if it would feel the same. In other words, would I still enjoy it? I really don't want to use this video to talk about why I stopped touring for a few years. But the bottom line is, if I'm being completely honest, I didn't know if I still had it in me. Not the playing part, but the emotional attachment. I guess a part of me wondered if that might be broken. But as we got closer to the venue, I noticed a line of people. They were literally all the way around the block. It actually took a minute for things to sink in. Duh, they're kind of here for the show. So I got dressed and headed toward the stage. I climbed up on my little truck and just waited for the lights to come on.
Well, that's it. The show's actually done. I just got back to the hotel a few minutes ago. Going to jump in the shower and pull some of this makeup off from me, and I think Rick and I are going to go to McDonald's.
I'm tired of eating sloppy, slimy eggs.
But anyway, I don't say this very often, but I can actually say I don't think the show could have went any better. Very grateful. Very grateful.
Before we leave, I want to take just a second to thank Rick for all the extra help. It was a great trip, but there were a lot of moving parts in order to make it happen. It was nice knowing if I fell off my little truck, there was someone there to help put me back on top of it. Andy spoke English. If you haven't already subscribed, please consider doing so. And if you've enjoyed the video, maybe give it a like. For those interested in merchandise, you can always pick that up at madduds.com. Thanks for watching. Once we arrived, God, is it really that hard? I mean, seriously? Seriously? Woo. So I decided, you decided, a decision was made. Wonderful, wonderful.